Right. There are a couple of counties right now. We have Waukesha, Jefferson, Racine, Kenosha, and Walworth counties under a dense fog advisory until 9 o'clock this morning. Then we also have rain on the way. That'll happen later on this afternoon going until Tuesday. The winds pick up overnight. Then we get a chance of a rain-snow mix that would likely be Wednesday night going into early Thursday. I will say most of the precip we get is going to be rain. For Wednesday through Friday, it would be a cold rain, but I wouldn't be surprised with enough of the cold air we have to have a little bit of some snowflakes mixing in with minor impacts, if at all. But I do want to show you, let's start about right now. Here's that first area of low pressure that's going to build its way in. We do have clear skies right now, but those clouds are starting to build up at the moment. That rain is likely going to arrive after the lunch hour. But I just love this. This is just really cool to see. But clear skies. Moon is up here, and it's illuminating the fog, which I'm already noticing is starting to lift a little bit. This is perfect conditions for the fog, and Delavan is one of the areas that has a dense fog advisory in effect. And you can actually see a little bit of that fog here in Brookfield as well. Not as much of an impact, but Waukesha County, also another county under a dense fog advisory. Also Walworth, Racine, Kenosha, and Jefferson County until 9 o'clock. That's hazard number one. Then we get the rain chances that pick up in the afternoon, and then we'll see temperatures in the mid-50s, above average for this time of the year. Look at tomorrow. We're super windy tomorrow, by the way. Winds are going to be gusting up to 35 miles an hour. It's going to careen our temperatures into those low 60s with early rain showers. Wednesday, at this point, I do think a lot of the day is dry, but look at that temperature drop. We go 60 to 48. That's average for this time of the year. We do have a potential of a rain-snow mix overnight into Thursday, and then we clear up for the weekend, which is nice, but man, those temperatures, that's going to hurt a little bit after having temps in those 50s and 60s for a while. So here's Futurecast, and I think it's picking up on the timing really well. Here's 1 o'clock, just now getting in on some of those rain showers. By 2, everybody's getting that rain. You can see some of those pockets there that are a little bit more heavy to moderate. I think most of the heavy stuff is going to be to the west. I think anybody that is east of Madison will likely get up to an inch of rain. If you're to the west, it's going to be that 1 to 3 inches of rain. And there will be heavy pockets at times. Look at this. Overnight tonight into Tuesday morning, big old heavy pocket rolling in. That wind picks up out of the southeast. That's going to be nasty. And this is going to greet us on Tuesday morning. There's not going to be a lot of rain left, but it will be blowing around with that wind with gradual clearing by Tuesday morning. I would say by 9 or 10 o'clock in the morning. Then it's just going to be windy. Up to an inch, as I mentioned, east of Madison. To the west, it'll likely be about that 1 to 3 inch mark. But now the stage is set. We're looking at the upper levels of the atmosphere, and that cold air is starting to come in and kind of go right over the Midwest. What does that mean? Well, when the next system arrives, here's that low, it could bring the potential of a rain-snow mix. Now, for Wednesday, I think most of the day is dry. Then we get overnight rain and mixing going on. You see that low kind of wrapping around this green and the blue? That right there is rain-snow mix. Some of the weather models have that low way east, so this may not even impact us. But this is what I have for right now. This is the information I have. There could be some lingering drizzle and mix going into Thursday morning. Put it this way, it is a very active week that you need to pay attention to. Look at that. That is a messy 7-day. There's no holidays on it either. I just have rain and fog and wind and mix.
It's what we pay for. Yeah. It was pretty